Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Learn. This is Usha. Let's start today's class with a quote. Education is not only a ladder of opportunity, but it is also an investment in our future by Ed Markey. Today in mathematics, we are going to learn about polynomials. Before going to the definition of polynomial, let us learn the terms which are all involved in the definition of polynomial. First, expression. A symbol which expresses something is known as an expression. We human beings keep many expressions based on our state of mind. When we are happy, our expressions are different. When we are sad, our expressions are different. When we are angry, our expressions are different. In the same way, in mathematics also, we have expressions like 2x minus 10. We consider all the numericals as expressions, and all the variables like alphabets are expressions. Yes, right. Next, constants. A symbol which has fixed value is called constant. Yes, we consider in mathematics all the number values are constants because their value will never change. 1 gram means here also we consider as 1 gram only. In USA also we consider it as 1 gram only. That value is fixed. So all the numerical values are constants. Right. Next, variable. A symbol which takes various numerical values is called a variable. Here the examples are x, y and z. Here if we take an example, symbol which takes various numerical values. Suppose for example 4x equal to 20. Here x equal to 20 by 4, that is equal to 5. Here x value is 5. Whereas x plus 3 equal to 7. Here x equal to 7 minus 3, that is equal to 4. The same symbol x is taking different numerical values based on the equation, based on the situation. So we can say x is a variable. It varying based on the equation. A symbol which takes various numerical values is called a variable. Clear? Right. Next, term. A constant alone or variable alone or the combination of both by the operations of multiplication and division is called a term. Term is a constant into variable. If we multiply constant and variable, we will get a term. You may ask a question like you said constant alone is a term. Here 3 is a term because we can write 3 as x to the power of 3 into x to the power of 0. So 3 is also a term. Clear? And x is also a term. X is a variable. I have written in the place of variable. What will be in the place of constant then? We can write 1 into x. X has 1 into x. So x is also a term. 3x is also a term. We have to use the operations in the term multiplication and division. Yes. Terms can have any number of variables. Most of the time we take one variable. Okay. Terms must be split by addition and subtraction. If we take multiplication and division, it will be considered as one term. If we take addition, that addition symbol will split the term into two terms. Yes, or subtraction also you can take. Any constant, any variable. In between the constant and variable, if we take addition or subtraction symbol, that will split into two terms. Right? Algebraic expression. Combination of terms by any fundamental operations of mathematics is called an algebraic expression. We all know in mathematics we have 4 fundamental operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, combination of terms, we can take any constant and variable in between, any fundamental operation we can use. That expression will be, we will call it as algebraic expression. Okay, here I want to explain. In 2x, 2 is constant part, that means number part. Okay, and x is variable part. Where we have variable part. Here this number part is also known as coefficient of the term. Coefficient of x. Yes. Coefficient of x. Right? Next. Polynomial. An algebraic expression involving the variables with non-negative integral powers is called polynomial. Suppose non-negative integral powers are nothing but whole numbers. What all whole numbers? 1, 0, 1, 2 and so on are whole numbers. Yes, this is a set of whole numbers. The powers of the variables in an algebraic expression must be whole number. Here if you see an example, x square plus 2x, x square plus 2x plus y square. How many terms are there in this polynomial? 1, 2, 3. Here what is the variable we have in first term? X is the variable. What is the power of x? 2 is the power of x. That is whole number. In the second term we have two variables x and y. What is the power of x? 1. Nothing is there means we have to consider the power as 1. Y also power 1. So both 1 and 1 are whole numbers only. In the third term of this algebraic expression also having the power 2. So all are non-negative which are whole numbers. So we can say this algebraic expression is a polynomial. In the same way we have another example. In this example we have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How many variables are there in first term? 2 variables, x and y. What is the power of x? 2. What is the power of y? 1. Both are whole numbers. In the second term also we have variable x. So what is the power of x? Nothing is there means we have to consider the power as 1. What is the power of y? Nothing is there. So power is 1. Here 8 into x to the power of 0. The power is 0. So all the powers of these variables are whole numbers. So we can say this as a polynomial. In note, x to the power of 2 by 3 plus 3x minus 2 is not a polynomial because the power of x, if you observe, 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is not a whole number. So it's not a polynomial. Here minus 3 is also not a whole number. That's the reason it's not a polynomial. Root x can be written as x to the power of 1 by 2. That means the power of the variable is not a whole number. So it is also not a polynomial. Polynomial can contain any number of terms. The second point in the note, we have polynomial can contain any number of terms. Right? Poly means many. If polynomial containing only one variable is known as polynomial in one variable. Here we have the examples like x square plus 3x minus 2. This polynomial is having only one variable, that is x. We can able to see. In the second polynomial also having only one variable. The third one also is having one variable. If we have x and y, that we will not say as polynomial in one variable. Clear? Degree of monomial. Sum of the powers of the variables in the monomial is called degree of the monomial. Suppose for example, we have, suppose 3x square y power 5. What sum of the powers of the variables? How many variables are there in this monomial? 2 variables, x and y are the variables. So what is the power of x? 2. We have to add the powers. What is the power of y? 5. So what is the addition of these two powers? 7. So 7 is the degree of this monomial. In the same way, we have the examples. 7x cube y power 5 is, what is the degree of this? X power is 3, y power is 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is the degree of this monomial. In the same way, we have here degree of this constant. 7 is a constant, non-zero constant, right? 7 can be written as 7 into 1, where 1 we can write it as x to the power of 0. That is nothing but the degree is 0. So the degree of this monomial is 0. Yes, in the note we have degree of every non-zero constant. Any constant other than 0 if you take, the degree will become 0. Blindly we can say, if you have any constant like 2 by 5, what is the degree of it? 0. Degree of this constant is 0. Any constant, any non-zero constant is 0. Whereas degree of 0 is not defined. Till now no one defined the degree of 0 value. So not defined. Clear? Next, degree of polynomial. The highest degree of the monomial in the polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. Suppose, here we have a polynomial 2 minus 3x square y plus 5x. Here how many terms are there? 2, 3x square y and 5x. So, what is the degree of first term? First term is a constant, so the degree is 0. What is the degree of second term? So second term is having two variables. What is the power of first variable? 2 plus what is the power of second variable? 1. So the degree is 3. 0, 3, Here what is the degree of third term? How many variables are there in third term? Only one variable. The power of that variable is 1. So the degree of third term is 1. Among all the three terms, which term's degree is more? Second term's degree is more. So the highest degree of the monomial in the polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. Among 0, 3, 1, 3 is the highest degree. So 3 is the degree of that polynomial. In the same way, we can take another example like x power 4 plus x square plus x plus 7. In this also, what is the degree of first term? 4. What is the degree of second term? 2. What is the degree of third term? 1. What is the degree of fourth term? 0, as it is a constant. So what is the highest degree? 4. 4 is the highest degree, so degree of this polynomial is 4. Right? Next. Types of polynomials. They have divided the polynomials based on number of terms as 3. If a polynomial containing only one term, we can say that polynomial as monomial. Mono means 1. So here 5x. Example, we can take it as 5x or x square also. Okay. We can take x cube. Single variable means we can take like that. Otherwise we can take xy cube. This is also monomial. Only single term we have, right? So polynomial containing only one term is called monomial. The polynomial containing two terms, binomial. Bi means 2. Binomial means two terms. Here 2x is one term, x is one term. So we have two terms. So binomial. This is the example for binomial. We can take x square plus x. This is also binomial. X cube plus 1 is also a binomial. In that way we can take many binomials. Trinomial. Polynomial containing three terms is called trinomial. Here we have three terms, x square, 2x and 1. Three terms we have. So it's a trinomial. In the same way, we can take x plus y in different 3 variables, means we can take the polynomial as x plus y plus z. Here it is a polynomial in one variable. Yes? Clear? Right. Next. Types of polynomials based on degree of the polynomial. We have learned already what is degree of the polynomial. So if the degree of the polynomial is 0, we can say that polynomial as constant. For all the constants, the degree is 0, right? So that's the reason the polynomial is known as constant polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is 1, what is the degree of this y? 1. What is the degree of the phi? 0. So, what is the highest degree? 1. So, if the degree of the polynomial is 1, we can say that polynomial as linear polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, what is the highest degree in this polynomial? 2 is the highest degree. So, if the degree of the polynomial is 2, we can say that polynomial as quadratic polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is 3, here the highest degree of first term is 3, second term 2, third term 1, fourth term 0. So highest degree is 3. So the degree of this polynomial is 3. In that way we can take. Here in the fourth, if the degree of the polynomial is 4, we can say that polynomial as biquadratic polynomial. Here we have x power 4, x power 3, x power 2, 2x and 7. What is the degree of first term? 4. What is the degree of second term? 3. What is the degree of third term? 2. What is the degree of fourth term? 1. Nothing is there, means we have to consider as 1. Okay. Now, what is the highest degree? 4. Highest degree of this polynomial is 4. So, the degree of the polynomial is 4, means that polynomial is called as biquadratic polynomial. Yes? Is this clear? Right. Next. Zero polynomial. If all the coefficients of the polynomial are zeros, then we can say that polynomial as zero polynomial. Yes. Here, all the coefficients of this polynomial are zeros. Then we can say that polynomial as zero polynomial. At last, what is this? Will become 0. That means 0 is also zero polynomial. Yes. What is the degree of zero polynomial? It's not defined, as we have discussed earlier. Right? Next. Arrangement of terms. The terms of the polynomial are arranged from highest degree to lowest degree. Here, in the example, we have x cube plus 3x power 4 plus 5 plus x plus 4x square equal to 3x power 4. That means we have written the degrees in descending order. First we have to write highest degree term. Then we have to write next highest degree. In that way we have to write all the terms in decreasing order. Degree in decreasing order. Clear? So that is the way we have to arrange all the terms in the polynomial. The value of the polynomial at a point is the value obtained by the polynomial at that point. For example, value of x minus 7 at x equal to 12. If they ask the value of x minus 7, means we cannot find until they give the value of x, value of the variable. So, let us take the polynomial as p of x. P of x equal to x minus 7. Here, what is the value of x is given? X equal to 12. Means wherever x is there, we have to take in the place of x 12. P of 12 equal to 12 minus 7. So, 12 minus 7 is 5. So, value of this polynomial is 5. In the same way, we can take any polynomial like x square minus 2x plus 1. So, value of the polynomial, let us take the polynomial as p of x. Value of this polynomial at x equals to 5, suppose. So, p of 5 equal to 5 square minus 2 into 5 plus 1. So, 5 square value is 25 minus 10 plus 1. 25 plus 1, 26 minus 10, 16 is the value of x square minus 2x plus 1 at x equal to 5. Right? 0 of the polynomial. For what value of the variable the polynomial becomes 0, that value of variable is called 0 of the polynomial. Suppose for example, here we have an example x plus 2 equal to x plus 2. If I substitute what, this whole polynomial will become 0. If I substitute in the place of x minus 2, this whole polynomial will become 0. So here the x value minus 2 is called 0 of this polynomial. In the same way, how to find 0 of any polynomial? 2x plus 3 is there. So we have to equate the polynomial to 0. Then 2x equal to, if I take plus 3 to other side, it will become minus 3. X equal to minus 3 by 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. Is this clear? In the same way, we can find quadratic and cubic polynomials also. Right? Thank you for watching the video. Kindly subscribe, like and share. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get the regular updates of my classes.